Where did that belief that the child was not yours come from?
She told me.
Who's she?
Cristal Torres.
Okay, so she informed you that you were not the child's biological father?
Yes.
Rodriguez and Crystal Torres. Ms. Torres and Mr. Rodriguez, we're ready for you. So and Ms. Cáceres, you represent Mr. Rodriguez, correct?
Correct, Judge. And Judge, in my initial pleadings, I did request temporary orders, just so that the court is aware, because at the last hearing that we had, you indicated that I had not requested temporary
Yeah,
orders.
no, I'm seeing it.
Oh.
It's in there. I'm seeing it. What I don't know is if it's mentioned on the reset or whether you served her with the request for temporary orders. I didn't sign the hearing for the temporary order request for today, but let's figure out what we're going to do here. I do have that the Office of the Attorney General, and Ms. Urubaso, you're back, correct? The
Yes,
Office of the Attorney General filed a SAPSER, a motion to modify, and a motion to confirm support arrearage. And I believe there's 3 children, Noah, Nathan, and Crystal. And I believe the previous order, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ms. Urubaso, but the previous order included 2 children, and we're trying to add a 3rd one, which is Cristal Bella, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. And Ms. Cáceres, so we've got that issue of whether the child was born during the marriage, it's DNA testing or whatever. But more importantly, I am looking at your motion to modify. And you did provide copies to Ms. Torres, correct?
Correct, through e-file.
All right. Ms. Torres, did you receive copies of the paperwork that were filed by Ms. Cáceres?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. She filed 2 things. The first one was a petition to modify the prior order because there's a 3rd child, which is exactly what the Office of the Attorney General was doing anyway. And then she filed an amended petition. I don't know what the amendment was for. Was it for the temporary orders, Ms. Cáceres?
It was for several things, Judge, but yes, my client has had the 2 older children living with him since 2023, I believe. It's in my motion.
All right. And then who has the youngest child? Ms. Torres?
Correct.
All right. So, Ms. Torres, I just have a question for you. You've received all the paperwork from Ms. Cáceres, correct?
Yes.
All right. She is asking that we at least get some order signed today temporarily. And so what I need to know right now, you have the youngest child. How old is the youngest child? 2 years old?
4.
4. All right. And the child's been with you how long?
Forever.
Okay. Ms. Cáceres, were you going to be requesting the 2 with him and 1 with her?
Just the 2 older ones for now, Judge, pending the DNA test, if the court were to grant that. However, we do have concerns about the child's living conditions there.
Okay, don't get into that right now, because then you're going to need a hearing, and I'm going to tell her. I think what should happen is we need to have the hearing on the request to set aside the AOP and see whether we're going to do DNA testing.
Okay.
And then if that's the case, then you all can talk about getting temporary orders where he has the 2 children he has with him right now, and she keeps the youngest one. We come back for the results, and then if we need to have a hearing, and I'll find out right now and give her instructions. So, Ms. Urubaso, have you received copies of the petition to set aside the AOP?
Your Honor, I know that Elsa was dealing with the case. I think we did we get them, Elsa?
We got them just on the 14th. So.
All right, then Ms. Alvarez, your position on the request for DNA testing and to set aside the AOP.
Your Honor, the state would object to that since the AOP is a legal and standing document. So we're not in agreement to the DNA testing since we have a valid AOP in place. That is what the state is
Okay, and so you're ready to proceed today. We need to go forward with that first.
What happens when a father learns the child he legally claimed may not be his? A paternity dispute brings 3 children in a complicated custody battle before the judge.
Yes, Your
You're
Honor.
ready to proceed today, right?
Yes.
All right. And Ms. Torres, what's happening is, Ms. Casares, you were asking for the, which one to be set aside, for the other 2 children or which child?
Only for the youngest child, CBR.
All right. So Ms. Torres, what's happening is Mr. Rodriguez's, he signed an acknowledgement of paternity for the youngest child, the one that's with you.
Mm-hmm.
He's asking to do DNA testing only of that child. And so we need to decide that first, okay? So we're going to be hearing a little bit of evidence, but are you objecting to DNA testing only for the youngest child, the one you have? Are you objecting to that?
No, I want him to get
You're
it.
in agreement with the DNA testing? All right, Ms. Casares, in light of that, since Ms. Alvarez is objecting, would you put on a little bit of evidence? So we'll take care of that issue first, okay?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, I think they've been sworn in. I already swore you all in. If not, let's do it again. Raise your right hands, both of you. Do each your right hand, Ms. Torres. The other one.
Sorry.
Do each, that's okay. Everybody does that. Do each of you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Correct.
All right, you may put your hands down.
Judge, is
Um,
someone else present with Miss Torres that's prompting her on what to do or say?
Is there somebody else in the room, Ms. Torres?
No.
You're under oath, no?
Yes.
Okay, if there is, because you're in your home, just have them leave the room and go to another room, okay?
No, I'm
There's no
alone.
one there. Okay, you may proceed, Ms. Casares.
Okay, Mr. Rodriguez, can you state your name for the record?
Jesús Santiago Rodríguez.
And this is in regard to the child, Crystal, initial CBR, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and that child was born on June 27th of 2022?
Yes.
And you signed an acknowledgement of paternity identifying yourself as the father of that child on or about June 30th of 2022?
Yes.
And at that point, you didn't undergo genetic testing, correct?
No.
Okay, and subsequent to that date, where did that belief that the child was not yours come from?
She told me.
Who's she?
Cristal Torres.
Okay, so she informed you that you were not the child's biological father?
Yes.
Okay, and did that statement cause you to question whether you are in fact the biological father of that child?
Yes.
And have you undergone any genetic testing since then?
No.
And why is that?
Um.
Are you able to pick up the child and take the child yourself?
Oh no.
Okay.
I mean, I can if they let me. I can.
Okay. And but has mom allowed it up until now?
He's never asked for him.
Ms. Torres, just wait. It'll be
Okay.
your turn in a
Okay.
minute. That's okay.
Okay.
Okay. And are you asking the court to set aside the acknowledgement of paternity today?
What does that mean, ma'am?
To the document that you signed?
Oh, yes,
acknowledging-
yes.
Okay. Are you asking the court to set that aside to allow for the genetic testing to occur?
Yes.
Okay. And up until now, is there any order that you're aware of that that identifies you as the father of the child, of that child? There's no court order right now, correct?
Yeah. No. No.
Okay. Um, that's all the questions I have for now. Well,
All right.
actually, this request is only limited to the youngest child, correct?
Yes.
Okay, no further questions.
All right, and let the record reflect that Ms. Torres was not objecting to the DNA testing of the youngest child, Crystal Bella Rodriguez. That's correct, right, Ms. Torres?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so in light of that, Ms. Alvarez, do you have any questions for Mr. Rodriguez?
I guess I'd like to ask if he feels that the acknowledgement of paternity was, do you acknowledge that you signed that acknowledgement of paternity, Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Okay. And do you believe that was a mistake, or are you
Not at that moment, no. I mean, till I was told that I wasn't. So that's what changed everything.
okay, so at the time that you signed it, you believe that was your child, is what you're saying?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. No, Your Honor, nothing further.
All right, Mr. Rodriguez, I just have a couple of questions. The child was born on June the 27th,
Mhm.
2022, correct?
Yes.
All right, and
Mm.
then you signed the affidavit June the 30th, 3 days later. The statements that were made to you by her, questioning whether you were the father, was that after the child was born?
Yes. Maybe
Was it
like
after
3 months.
you?
The father explains that he signed the acknowledgement, believing the child was his. Later, the mother allegedly told him otherwise, leading him to request DNA testing.
And was it after you signed it?
Yes.
All right. At the time that you signed it, was she present with you?
I don't think so. No, because
Okay.
they took you aside to another room.
Okay, got it. All right. Then based on the testimony the court has received, the court will set aside the AOP. The court will grant DNA testing of the youngest child, Crystal Bella Rodriguez. And Ms. Torres, we're gonna let you take Crystal for the testing, okay?
Okay, ma'am. I was pregnant when I decided to blur out something because we were not together anymore when we had already separated, and then I did the child support for the two boys. He went into my house one night and decided to rape me. I'm sorry to say
Yeah, I
that.
would object to
Okay,
any.
yeah, why don't we deal, Ms. Torres, we're just dealing with whether or not we're gonna grant the DNA testing.
Well, yeah,
So,
but I was still pregnant when when I told him about him not being the father.
okay, let me ask you something though. The child was born on June the 27th, correct?
26.
Oh, wow. Then the
26.
pleadings, somebody's pleadings are wrong. All right, the child was born on June the 26th of 2022. Were you present when he signed that
Yes, we were at the
affidavit?
hospital. Yes,
Were
we
you
were at the
together in
hospital.
the same room?
Yes, no. Mm-hmm.
All right. And hold on, Mr. Rodriguez. And Ms. Torres, did you make any statements after the child was born? Not when you were pregnant, but do you remember making any statements after the child was born?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you want the DNA testing?
I'm positive it's his, but the fact that the way I got pregnant was shocking to me. Yeah, I did tell him when in a
Okay.
fight. Of course, I yelled that because
Okay.
yeah. I'm sorry.
And the court heard your testimony about the circumstances. So because of that, the court will grant the DNA testing order. We're gonna let you take Crystal, and so somebody will reach out to you, Ms. Torres, from the Office of the Attorney General to tell you where to go. It's just a cotton swab of saliva, okay?
Okay.
And then we'll come back for the results. But what the court is gonna do is grant the DNA testing. So we
Yeah.
need to proceed with some sort of temporary orders, Ms. Torres. So what we can do for now, just temporarily, is if the parties are in agreement that Mr. Rodriguez has the two oldest children and then you have the youngest child just for now. Are you in agreement with that type of an order?
The agreement that I had was to close off that case because he does have custody of them, and I understand that I shouldn't be getting
No,
money
wait,
for
Ms.
them.
Casares, all right,
But I don't
Ms.
know.
Torres,
Yes.
okay. Ms. Torres, you may want to stop walking around because it's affecting your signal. Just
Okay.
kind of stay put.
Oh, papi. Oh, let me get out of the room. Hold on. Okay.
Ms. Casares, was your client in agreement to temporary orders where he stays for right now until we come back that he stays with the two oldest children.
Yes, Your Honor.
And obviously, she will get to visit the two oldest children. You all can confer on the visitation schedule, and then vice versa. He can see the youngest child, because I don't know how long it'll take the DNA testing to come back. If he doesn't want to visit the youngest child, that's fine. But let me get one more question from her. Miss Torres,
Yes.
are you going to be asking for custody when we come back? Are you going to be asking for custody of the two the two older children?
No, not.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to lose the custodial, right? That was
Okay. The only reason why I'm asking, I think the only reason why I'm asking Ms. Torres is to advise you.
After reviewing the testimony, the judge sets aside the acknowledgement and orders DNA testing for the youngest child. The court then turns to temporary custody.
That if you do want custody of the two oldest children in between now and the time we come back, then you should consult an attorney. But for right now, are you okay if the court grants an order where you stay with Crystal Bella Rodriguez and Mr. Rodriguez stays with the two oldest children?
yes.
Okay. And then we can come back. Ms. Urubaso, do you know how, or Elsa, do you know how long it'll take for the results?
I think a month would be enough time, depending on how
Okay.
fast
So we
the
come back like October the 20th, Ms. Casares?
October the 20th.
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, Ms. Torres, and Ms. Casares, you all can confer while I handle the other cases on the visitation, so that she can, Ms. Torres, you're gonna want to visit the oldest two children, or are you all getting along to where you all can work out a schedule?
No, I do want to see them whenever. I mean, whenever he
Okay.
lets me bother them.
Okay. Ms. Casares, without your client, can you figure out some sort of, obviously visitation, like on Saturday and Sunday? It doesn't have to be overnight, but it could, whatever you all suggest. And then if he's gonna want to visit Crystal, obviously a visitation scheduled for him. If you
Judge,
don't think,
if we can agree for now by agreement of the parties for the visitations to occur up until October 20th, because we do have some other concerns that were listed in my
I know
motion.
you have other concerns, but then I need a hearing and I may tell her to go get an attorney. So,
Okay. And we also filed a motion for a hair follicle drug test.
are you all gonna pay for it? The court does not have a lab that's gonna do it for free, and hair follicle is expensive. You will have to get the arrangements for the court, find out where the place will be. He makes arrangements for the payment so that I can instruct her where to go.
I believe
So-
my client is willing to pay for it.
All right. Then I need a little bit of testimony for that, unless Ms. Torres, what they're saying is that they wanted to do some sort of drug testing, but he'll pay for it, so you won't have to pay for that. Is that okay, or are you objecting to it?
Okay.
All right, then let me just have you all visit on the schedule so that I'm gonna have you talk only to Ms. Casares, only to the attorney regarding some sort of visitation, even if it's like Saturdays and Sundays from 1 to 5, so that you can see the children like at a public place, okay? Or what kind of visitation were you asking for the oldest two children, Ms. Torres?
Just any time that he needed, whether it was
Okay.
from school or in the weekend. I mean, whenever he gets.
Okay,
I don't
Miss.
I don't need no public visiting.
Okay. Well, no, it'll be like at a McDonald's where the children will be, having fun or something, okay? Now, unless you want time to consult an attorney, I can give you like a week if you wanted to talk to an attorney.
No, I don't.
Okay, then Ms. Casares, why don't we do this? Mr. Torres, give me a public place that the kids like to have fun. Just
Peter
name a
Piper.
place. Peter Piper, is that okay, Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, then Ms. Torres, you will see the two children, the oldest ones, the first, third, and remember, this is only until October the 20th. Okay? When we come back, if we have to change that, we will. So you will see the oldest three children, the oldest two children, the first, third, and fifth, Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 5 at Peter Piper, okay?
Sounds good, ma'am.
All right. Now, you said Crystal is like 4 years old, correct?
Yes.
All right. Miss Casares, any suggestions on what visitation schedule he would like for Crystal, or does he want to wait for the results?
Jesus, what kind of visitation would you want?
Um, whenever she gets to see the boys, I can see the little girl.
Okay, then why don't we do that, Miss Torres, because it allows the kids to stay together anyway and they can see each other, okay? So what you do is you take Crystal the first, third, and fifth Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 5 at Peter Piper, and that way they can see their brothers and sisters, okay?
All right. Thank you.
All right, then they're gonna give me an order to that effect, and then we'll come back on October the 20th for the results, and then also Ms. Casares is gonna give me an order, and in the order, it'll tell you where to go for the drug testing, and Mr. Rodriguez will pay all the cost, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anything else, Ms. Casares?
So I'm preparing the order, Judge.
For the DNA, yeah, you were requesting the follicle testing.
Okay, I have one prepared already.
The father keeps the two older children while the mother keeps the youngest. Both parents receive scheduled visitation, and the father agrees to pay for a drug test.
And since you were asking for the, give me the order setting aside the AOP,
I have that ready too.
but, Elsa, I think you all can prepare the DNA order, right?
The PTO, yes.
Yeah. So the
I can-
Attorney General,
Yes, I can do the PTO with the reset to 1020.
uh-huh. And then somebody will contact you, Ms. Torres, as to where to go for the DNA testing, okay?
Good.
Any questions, Ms. Torres?
No.
And Mr. Rodriguez, any questions?
No.
All right,
Your Honor,
and
Your Honor, can I just confirm? It looks like our pleadings were correct as far as the child Cristal's date of birth. It is 6/26/22. Correct, Ms. Torres? Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
all right, then the person that had it wrong was Ms. Casares.
Yeah.
Her request to set aside mentioned 6/27, I think is the latest pleading I was looking at. So you may want to correct that, Ms. Casares.
I will, Judge.
All right, then that'll be the ruling of the court. Both parents shall have visitation of the children that is not in their possession. Ms. Torres to have primary possession, or parties will be joint conservators with Ms. Torres having the primary right for, and I don't know if maybe we should wait, but you all are going to need an order. So I guess just do the visitation and then we'll wait for the results.
And do all the parties have to sign it, Judge, or can I just send it to you since we
No,
were?
just send it to me as long as it dictates exactly what I said.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Torres, then we'll see you on the 20th, okay?
Okay, ma'am, is there any way you guys can like stop any payments that are coming in still, like from Jesus to me?
You don't want any child support?
No.
Okay.
Your Honor, I can go talk to Ms. Torres if you want. I can prep the order, but I'd like to talk to her just to make sure that I have all her
Yeah,
information.
and I think what she's referring to is the old order with the other two children. I think she's saying since they're living with him, we can stop the child support, right, Ms. Torres? And I'm
Yes.
not going to do an order for child support as for her, not right now, until we come back.
Right.
So, Ms. Torres, yes, I think we can do that, but Elsa's gonna explain that to you, okay?
Okay.
So, we'll see you on October the 20th. I'm gonna send you to a room with Elsa.
All right.
Okay, so look at your phone. Yes,
So to be clear, the court is ordering the payments to stop being withheld from Mr. Rodriguez's
yeah, but
check.
that'll be effective September the 1st.
Okay.
The Office of the Attorney General, I don't know what they'll do with anything on hold or anything like that, but we'll figure it out. So Ms. Torres, go to room 3, okay?
Yeah.
All right, and
And-
Mr. Rodriguez, you're excused. Yes, Ms. Cáceres.
Just to be clear, Judge, the only orders that I'm responsible for are going to be for the drug testing. That's it? And the setting aside the acknowledgement of paternity?
Yeah,
Okay.
and Elsa will prepare the order for DNA testing, which will contain the reset.
Person
Oh.
detected at office cam.
And
Thank you.
then I don't know who's gonna put the visitation. You were requesting the temporary orders. So you should also give the court temporary orders, which deal only with, you're gonna put in your order that the parties agree that the youngest child she's the person with possession of that one. He's got possession of the other two. And then that visitation schedule we talked about, that should be yours.
Okay.
All right. Thank you,
Your
Ms. Cáceres. And Elsa, she's already in room 3. Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez. Bye-bye.
Thank
Ms.
you.
Calceres, Your Honor, just
Yes.
really quick, since we are asking that the child support stop, I guess in that temporary order, could you also write in a child support to end as of today?
Okay.
Yeah. And that's it. I'm sorry. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Cáceres. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Judge.
The case is reset for October 20th, when the DNA results are expected. Child support withholding is also addressed as the family waits for the next ruling.